Welcome to Investment Wealth Principles. I'm your host, Ebony Cherie, and I got some stuff for you today. So, in today's segment, it is going to be our Netflix and chill segment. I was doing a little research and I wanted to just really do some forward moving thinking about our future and finance and the way that things are going and how the rate of the economy is coming up, going down. As we know, the real estate market is so hot to buy a home right now, and it's really great to sell right now. And we're thinking about so many different things about how the stock market is going crazy. Adamant. Look at our gas prices are going as low as the ground. And with the elections coming up, so many things are changing in 2020. But I definitely wanted to challenge your thinking regarding this beautiful thing called Netflix. So I'm going to go off my notes because I've been doing a little research. And I just wanted to have you think about this. Those of us that love Netflix or are in love with Netflix. Just a little background about me coming into the whole Netflix thing. I don't own an account personally. I have, of course, utilize other people's account that do have it, and I have been at their house, watching movies, shows, things like that. And I'm so for Netflix. I think it's one of the greatest things that have been created since our time. And there's a lot of people that are kind of trying to revamp their businesses based off of Netflix. Poor Blockbuster. Some of these old school, DVD places and rental places are shut down because of Netflix. I'm grateful for Redbox too. I used to use Redbox a lot. Sorry, I got some stuff on my mouth. But I think it's great. It's really, I won't say they monopolize the economy, but they really have been the shark in this game. How about that? But they're really evolving, and I really appreciate it as a business. But one thing that I learned since its founding, the 1997. I actually didn't realize it was founded in 1997. I was aware of Netflix, not back then though. It didn't come to my attention maybe until about 10 years after that, maybe because it became more popular, because more people started to get subscriptions, because more people that I was around in an area where I was were actually, getting involved with Netflix and started to actually get Netflix. Excuse me. So it just wasn't something that a lot of people that I knew had it. And I didn't have it, and I didn't end up getting it, even though I found out about it. But what I did find out about was their cost of, their stock right now. And it's fairly high, but they're not in the negative right now. And I wanted to do a little bit of research, and I was just thinking, since their inception in 97, you think about how many years it's been around. It's 2020 now. That's 23 years, right? And the cost to start was about $8.99, I think. I've heard it's gone up since then. The subscription was $8.99 to get a subscription. So now I think it's about $10.99, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can, let me know if that's the truth in the comments, because I don't currently have one, but I have heard it has gone up for subscription, which is still is not that much. It's a little less than Amazon Prime, which is $12 a month, I think, something around there. Almost $13, but you think about it, I did the math in my head and I was like, this is amazing if somebody had really been forward thinking. So it's 23 years at a rate of $8.99. Now I didn't add it up. I didn't add in the rate of $10.99 because I'm just thinking about, okay, if you were a subscriber back in 97, you jumped on right as soon as everything started. You just had, faith that, Netflix was going to be cool, and you've stayed with the company since 97. That's 23 years. You paid $107.88 to have a subscription with them, right? And you think about 23 years, that's $2,481.24, somewhere around there. You yourself could have taken $2,500 if you had just thought about it. Like, in stocks, you think about the future, that this company, when it first comes off, or it may take off, let me invest in this. I remember my auntie told me when Bill Gates first started Microsoft, of course him with Phil, they had came into where she was teaching, and he had come in there and was talking about, hey, we're starting this new company, they were just selling shares to teachers, and for like $25. And my auntie was like, yo, I should have bought some stock back then. This was like, I want to say over 10 years ago. Further back, when Microsoft first started, I want to say over 20 years ago. Like, I do the math. I was just like, wow, this would have been epic. She was like, I would have been a millionaire. I was like, yeah, auntie, you would have been. You could have retired a little earlier. You know what I mean? But just think about that, being able to invest in Netflix as opposed to being one that ingests Netflix. You know what I mean? Not to say you couldn't have an account, but just putting your $2,500 aside and investing in this company, or have done that, imagine where you'd be right now. Plus, their stocks are up. You know what I mean? It's just a thing to start thinking about our future and our children and our children's children, what we want to see, as opposed to being impulse buyers or instant gratification people that work towards making sure that we get all that we need to get because we want to gratify, the things that we want to gratify right now, as opposed to thinking about what the sacrifices we make now would be the reward we'll receive later. So these are really things to think about. It's just like, I'm not going to tell you to invest in a stock. It's pretty high to buy right now, but they're in the green. But it's just something that I'm learning. Even so, like the identity of this culture is so like prone to the consumption of everything. Everybody is buying and selling and trading something. It could be makeup, it could be clothing. I mean, the market for like e-commerce is just so high. Services, you could sell the things you talk about, the things you speak about. People are willing to listen because they want knowledge, they want information. People just want to grow their business. They want to make more money. They want to make more use of their time. They want to be able to do things that are going to be more, I think, more like just freeing as well. And I think money does give you options to do that. Money gives you choices. It shouldn't be a god to people, though it is. But I feel like it does open up the door for more choices. And I think people are more hungry for knowledge so that they can get those ducats to have more choices, in life. But it's just something to think about. I think about all the money that I've blown in my life just shopping, or going to the grocery store. I don't shop as much as I used to. Most of my closet is just thrift clothes that I haven't shopped in a minute. But just thinking about some of these things and the way that I have had to reshape my thinking, as opposed to thinking like a consumer and starting to think like an entrepreneur and a business investor. I think right now is a great time for real estate investment too, because the market is so hot for buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner, I'd encourage you to go and buy an investment home. It doesn't even have to be a big old, it ain't got to be a raggedy shack, but it also doesn't have to be something that's super high end either, because you could just find somebody that needs a place to stay and rent it out to them. Not even for as much as you would pay the mortgage, you could pay partial, they could, and it's just be a great investment for you now. It's just things to think about. So just some wealth principles. I'll be back with some other things, just to leave you thinking. Come on back when you're ready for part 2.